Oh, Hawkeye Holler Nation, stand up and welcome back to the second channel, and welcome to the very first Hot Wheels King of the Hill here on the channel. Now, we just held our $1 million Race Wars tournament. We had a winner from that. It is that Goodyear F-150 right there. Now, we've only had a dual crowned king in the past, and now we are looking for it yet again. Can the Ford get it done and become King of the Hill as well as our Race Wars King? Well, we are about to find out. So again, all these cars ran in the $1 million Race Wars tournament, which was a 10-day event we held here on the channel. Playlist linked at the end of this video if you want to go back and check it out if you are new here. Speaking of, if you are new here, do yourself a favor right now, subscribe and ring the bell. Become part of the Hawkeye Holler Nation today. This is the second channel where we race Hot Wheels in many different forms. The Rainbow Road Race Wars is next. That will be our second time here on the Rainbow Road. And I've been stacking up on 5-packs. We're going to race them. We're going to have fun with them. And speaking of the Rainbow Road, our 5th monster truck season over on the main channel, Hawkeye Holler, again, linked down below, kicks off very soon as well. Another 16 trucks are going to enter a tournament over 8 weeks, and we will have one champion at the end of it. Now, without further ado, we are getting ready to race some Hot Wheels here, but I got to give a huge thank you to my Patreon members and my YouTube members for helping hold down the port, not only here, but over on the main channel as well. Consider becoming a Patreon member or a YouTube member today. Again, tiers start at $1. Links are right down below as well. Now, let's go ahead, get into the King of the Hill and see which one of these cars is going to get it done. This is 6-wide drag racing over 18 feet of track. Here we go. Also, time out. 1 minute. I'm popping back in. Guys, if you guys want to get some of the stuff I use here on the channels, head to my Amazon storefront, link down below, top link down below. I have tons, and I mean tons of stuff up there, and purchasing from that Amazon storefront link helps support the channel so very much. The holidays are coming, and let me tell you what, I will be adding to that Amazon storefront quite a bit of stuff. So again, if you got a little one who's into Hot Wheels, monster trucks, or diecast racing, well, that Hawkeye Holler storefront is the place to be. Keep your eye out there. Oh, also, I am on Cameo, so if you want to book me on Cameo for a short little video, again, link down below. All right, we have 24 groups of 6. Let's go ahead and get our first race lined up and ready to go. I will introduce the cars once they're up at the start gate. Of course, we are racing the Race Wars King first. So from left to right, that is how I will introduce the cars from lanes 6 to lane 1. So you got the Ford Cosworth, the Audi Avant, the Lamborghini Myra, which thank you Doug DeMiro for correcting me on that one. Just watched your video not too long ago. We got the Nissan Leaf, the Aston Martin Valhalla, and then the big bad Ford F-150. Alrighty, I'm actually using a GoPro for the finish line cam this race, this video, just to see how the footage turns out. I have noticed that the main camera, my Canon G7X Mark II, seems to be a little fuzzy when we do slow-mo, but here we go. The King of the Hill is underway. And just like that, that race is over and in the books. And of course, the Ford F-150 will move on to the next round. So let's go ahead and just place him right up here on top of these cars. Maybe not. I don't like that. I'll find a place for them. And that place being right in front of these cars. So we're going to line the winners up over here. And the losers, well, I don't know what we're going to do with them. I found this red tub, so we'll just go ahead and put the losers in there. All right, race number 2. Again, cars are introduced left to right. Up first, you got the Lamborghini Estoque, the Acura Integra, that Chevy Camaro, the Jaguar I-Pace, the 32 Ford, and the BMW i8. Who's going to get it done in race number 2? Let's go. Lane 1 belongs to that BMW i8. He's going to take on the Ford F-150. That's going to be a good one. Race number 3 brings us to the Porsche 911, the Volvo drift car, the Koenigsegg Gemera, the Battista, the Zonda, and then the Aston Martin Speedster. Race number 3, let's go. Well, that was a series of unfortunate events, so we'll be right back. Embarrassing. Alrighty, after that cluster of events, the Gemera just didn't even go. That is a racing incident, so he is eliminated. But our winner, again, came from lane number 1. Seems to be the money lane so far. That is the Aston Martin Speedster. All right, let's hope that doesn't happen again. All right, race number 4, you have the Lamborghini Mira, the Lamborghini Huracan, the Lotus Evija, the McLaren F1, you got the Lotus Emira, and then the Ford RS 2000. All right, I am hoping for a better race out of these groups. Let's go. And again, winner coming from lane number 1, that Ford RS 2000. And of course, the Lamborghini decided to, fit the gap and go right underneath of the bumper. I am thinking about setting up the racetracks a little differently. That way we can have the tables up against the walls, because I've noticed that the cars like to, go off the track as well as the monster trucks do over on the main channel. So I'm thinking about doing a different setup here very soon. So look forward to that. Race number 5 brings us to the Nissan Skyline, the Corvette Grand Sport, the Trans Am, the 911 GT3, the Project 8 Jaguar, and then the Jag F-Type. Ever since I elevated this track, these cars are really hauling the mail. Here we go. Oh, man. It looked like for a very close second that lane number 2 was going to get the victory, but no, again, lane number 1 squeaks through and wins. That is the Jaguar F-Type, but man, oh man, that Porsche 911 came through and just blistered the field. Up next, you got the Audi Quattro, the 55 Chevy, Mazda RX-7, Mazda Miata, got the Dodge Challenger, Dodge Viper, and the Lucid Air. All right, here we go. Man, oh man, you cannot make this up. Once again, lane number 1 with the Lucid Air gets the victory. All right, up next, you got the Nissan GT1, the Ford Fox Body, Mazda RX-7, the K4 Racer, the Bugatti EB110, and then the Lamborghini Cayenne. I don't know about you guys, but I'm predicting lane number 1. Let's go. All right, see, if I can say something that will jinx up the race, I'm going to. Lamborghini loses in lane number 1 and makes way for the Bugatti EB110. Up next, you got the Liberty Walk Silvia, the Dodge Challenger, Ford RS 2000, the C6R Corvette, the Rimac, and then the Ford Thunderbird. All right, let's drop those gates. Well, if it's not lane 1, it's going to be lane number 2, I guess. The Rimac will move on. What a sweet looking ride. All right, here we go. Next race, got the Mitsubishi, the GTO, the NSX, the F1, the Speedster, and the Scirocco. All right, let's go. Oh my goodness. No respect for the racetrack. Absolutely disgusting. But again, lane number 2, Speedster. Again, if it's not lane number 1, it's lane number 2. Holy moly. Next race is lined up and ready to go. You got the Ford Kazi, the Batista, the Wyra, the Camaro, the Viper, and the Toyota van. So if our trends continue to point in the correct direction, the Viper should win this race. Let's go. So the Wyra did get stuck up at the top again. Another racing incident. Again, I'm a one-man show. I have to use a string to let the cars go down. Sometimes right up there, the trigger will get stuck on the side of a car. There's nothing I can really do about that. So that's just, again, a racing incident. But the Ford Kazi will get that done. Good race. Coming up next, you got the Dodge Charger, the Aston Martin Vantage, another Batista, the Liberty Walk Skyline, Volkswagen Bug, and an Alfa Romeo Giulia. Alrighty, here we go. Holy moly, there was a lot happening in that race. The Charger mounted the curb and took out the Batista. The little Volkswagen won that, but Godzilla was hot on his tail. Just wasn't enough there at the end. Needed a little bit more room. Coming up next, you got the Nissan Z, the Honda Civic, another Ford RS2000, Ford Maverick, Shelby Cobra, and then a 36 Ford. Alrighty, Roo, here we go. Oh my goodness, finally a winner from a different lane. It's going to be the Ford RS2000 winning it in lane number 4. Coming up next, you got the Chevelle wagon, the Ford Torino, the McLaren F1 GTR, the McLaren Elva, Audi Quattro, and then a Chevy Chevelle SS. Alrighty, here we go. An amazing race between the Elva and then the F1, but the Elva got it done. What a race. All right, here we go. You got the Ford Thunderbird Pro Stock. You got the Dodge Dart, the Mazda RX-7, the Tesla Roadster, the Mercury Cougar, and then the Audi e-tron. All right, who's going to win it? Let's go. Okay, the Dodge Dart from out of nowhere. Did not see that car winning this race. Alrighty, next race is lined up and ready to rumble. You got the Dodge Charger, another Toyota van, another Audi e-tron, Cadillac DeVille, Challenger drift car, and then the Renault Sport. All right, here we go. Holy moly, the Audi e-tron with the electric speed on the big end. Here we go. We got the Nissan, the Jeep, the Dodge Dart, and the Maxima wagon, Challenger drift car, and the Land Rover. All right, here we go. Good race between the Maxima wagon and the Land Rover. That was awesome. Next race, you got the Honda City Turbo 2, two custom drag Honda Civics, Tesla Model Y, the Barracuda, and then the Chevy Camaro. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, it's gonna be the Chevy Camaro getting it done and moving on. What a beautiful car. Nice one. All right, we got 7 races left before we move on to the next round. Get the Bentley Bentayga, Ford Bronco, 53 custom Chevy, the Dodge Demon, Ford GT, and then a Ram Rebel. Alrighty, this is gonna be an interesting one. Let's see who gets it done. Let's go. A very close race between the Bentley Bentayga and the Ford GT, but we go off the gate. It said lane 6. That's the Bentley. That's a Matchbox car moving on. All right, we're down to our final 6 races of the first round. You got the Viper, the Skyline, the Camaro, the G-Wagon, the red Camaro, and then the old Land Rover. All righty, let's go. Outside of the green Camaro, we kind of all congregated over here by the first 2 lanes, and it's going to be another Matchbox car getting it done, the G-Wagon. Alrighty, here we go. Audi Avant, Mazda RX-7, Mustang 2+2 Fastback, Toyota Tacoma, Dodge Viper, and a Toyota Supra. Alrighty, let's go. Three wide at the line between the Supra, the Viper, and the RX-7, but it goes in favor of the Dodge Viper, Mopar or no car, baby. Here we go. Lancia, Delta Integrale, Corvette C8, Nissan Z, Corvette C7, Dodge Charger police car, and then the Hummer EV. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness. 2 wide at the line between the Nissan and the Charger in favor of the Nissan. Coming up next, you got the Corvette Grand Sport, 32 Ford, Camaro ZL1, the Dodge Durango, Porsche 911, and the Studebaker Champ. All right, Let's go. Yeah, no doubt about that one. The Studebaker champ will get the victory. 2 races left in the first round, and up next you got the Chevy Tahoe, Mazda 787B, Ford Kazi, Dodge Challenger, Dodge Charger, Chrysler Pacifica. All right, here we go. Another close battle, but this time between the Tahoe and the Kazi, but the Cosworth will move on. Our final race before moving into the next round, you got the DeLorean, the Avant, the Roadster, the Karma, the C8 Vet, and then the Toyota 4Runner. Also, my deepest apologies, that is a Toyota Land Cruiser, not a 4Runner. Let's go. And lane 2 will belong to that Corvette C8. And just like that, we are heading into the next round. We got 4 quick races. Then we will have our 4 contenders for the crown. Let's see who it's gonna be. All right, here we go. You got the Ford F-150, BMW i8, the V12 Speedster, Ford RS2000, the Jag F-Pace, and then the Lucid Air. All right. This is going to be a good one. This is for a spot in the King round. Let's go. Ain't no doubt about it. Come on, man. The Ford F-150 will move to the King round and possibly become a dual King. Something we have not seen since Ultra Rage over on the main channel. Let's see if it happens here today. Race number 2 of the second round, Bugatti EV110, the Rimac, another V12 Speedster, a Kazi, the Volkswagen Bug, and then the Ford RS2000. All right, here we go. I tell you what, this Ford RS2000, he may be a threat. He was really quick at both of his races. Race number 3 of the second round, McLaren Elva, Dodge Dart. You got the Audi e-tron, Maximo Wagon, Chevy Camaro, and the Bentley Bentayga. All right, let's go. And lane 6 belongs to that McLaren Elva. Again, a super threat. All right, our final race of the second round. You got the G-Wagon, the Viper, the Nissan Z, the Studebaker champ, another Ford Cosworth, and then that Corvette C8. All right, 1 spot remains. Who's going to take it? Let's go. A great race all the way down to the finish, but the Cosworth will move on. It was a close race between him and the Studebaker. And just like that, 4 cars remain for the crown. This is the King round. Let's get him up to the gate and explain the rules. This is the king round between the Ford F-150, the Ford RS2000, the McLaren Elva, and then the Ford Cosworth. Lots of Fords in this one. The McLaren's going to have his hands full, but here are the rules. This is very simple. You need to win 2 races. First vehicle to win 2 races will be crowned king, but after each race, I will randomize the lanes. They may not even be in the 2 far lanes. We will be randomized. That's how it goes down. Let's see who wins the first one. It is going to be tough to beat that F-150, but let's see who gets it done. Let's go. The Elva was with the F-150 the whole time, but the F-150 will strike first. All right, let's switch these lanes up. All right, lanes are all switched up, running them up the gut. The F-150 needs 1 more to be crowned king. Let's go. Oh, but not so fast. Mr. F-150, the RS2000 goes up a win. Heading into a 3rd king race. Let's see who gets it. It is all tied up between the RS2000 and the F-150. Each of them need 1 more. Here we go. That's over.
That's over.
And the history books are being cracked open once again. You know, I contemplated putting the Ford F-150 in this event, but I am happy I did so. We have a brand new 2-time king. Not only did the big bad Ford F-150 win the $1 million Race Wars tournament and become Race Wars king where he defeated Speedbox, but he came into the king of the hill with a no-holds-barred attitude, and he is your first ever Hot Wheels King of the Hill here on Hawkeye Holler 2. Oh, a title that is very, very lucrative and very, very rare to have. So as we put our 2-time king back up on the pedestal, he has to get ready to defend his crown here on the Rainbow Road for the Rainbow Road Race Wars, where we will crack open all those 5-packs over there and we will race them on the Rainbow Road. That is coming up next here on the channel. So you will see the Ford F-150 again in that king round where he could possibly lose his crown for Race Wars, but not for the King of the Hill. Now, if you haven't already, do me a solid, smash the like button on this video. It helps me out so very much, and it helps the channel grow with the YouTube algorithm. If you're not already subscribed, become part of the Hawkeye Holler Nation today. Consider supporting the channel financially over on Patreon or my YouTube memberships. I have YouTube memberships on both channels. You can find them on my homepage on the channels. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulate the Ford F-150 in the comments down below. A dual king, our 2nd ever. Ultra Ridge was our first. The Ford F-150 is our 2nd. Again, a title that is very hard to come by. We are also holding a special event coming up here very soon. You're not going to want to miss it. Let's just say Demolition Derby, if you know what I'm saying. But anywho, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you back here at the Holler. Peace, love, and Diecast Racing. Don't forget to subscribe to both channels. Check out my Amazon storefront. Book me on Cameo. And with that being said, have an amazing rest of your day. I am out of here, and I'll see you back here at the Holler. Bye-bye.